Hi, I'm Bill.
Hi, I'm Lori.
And if this is the first time dropping into 2512 Pickleball, welcome. This is part of our podcast series. This is the Paddle Tap Podcast, episode 4. And we're coming to you today from Santa Barbara, California. So
we're down here to escape the heat that's pretty hot in the San Francisco Bay Area. And also it's an extension of my birthday.
That's right. It's Lori's birthday trip. And while it is a bit cooler than at home, it's been a little muggy down here, but that's okay.
The weather's beautiful. You could be outside playing pickleball and it's not overly hot.
And you might notice we're in our camper van. We have a 2021 Winnebago Soulless 59PX. So we've had it since April of 2021. And it's our road trip van. And it's a lot of fun. We can go off grid. We could go into RV parks and connect to power. So it's really a versatile vehicle for us. And we enjoy camping and those type of things as well.
So what's your essential item that we always bring with us since last year?
In here, when we go camping, the essential item?
Uh-huh.
You.
No.
Oh, no. What?
It's our internet. We can't go without internet.
Oh, our Starlink. We have a Starlink RV service, but that's maybe another video.
We really can spend the time just like at home looking at our own content.
That's true. Okay, so let's get back to pickleball. We're kind of straying a little bit, and that's okay. So I think the big thing around Major League Pickleball is the draft has been completed for both the Premier League and the Challenger League. And if you go to the Major League Pickleball website, you'll be able to see which teams, their makeup, which members are on each of the teams. So that's a goal to getting the next season going. And you had some notables that you wanted to mention.
Yeah, there's a few players that were in the Challenger League, and now they've advanced to the Premier League. And one of my favorite players, Christian Alshon, is now on the Premier League. And we saw another player, Vivian, I forgot her name also, Vivian Glassman, who was on the Challenger League, and she's also advanced to the Premier League.
Yes, Christian Alshon was pick number 44. He was picked in the 4th round to the Bay Area Breakers. I believe.
Oh no, he was from the Bay. He was on the Bay Area Breakers last year.
Oh, I thought he got picked again for that. Okay, I'm mistaken. So scratch that. But the key thing where I was going with all this is Lori's got a big crush on him. So he's a 22-year-old and she's got a big crush on him. So anyway,
I'm following him on his journey to become a premier player. Not premier player, but in the top 10 at least, or top 5 players.
Yep. Okay, I'll keep an eye on him too. And maybe we'll finally get a picture of you and him together. I'm sure that'll happen as we continue to go to events. So do we want to talk a little bit about the pickleball community down here at Santa Barbara?
Yeah, it's a very thriving community. It's met some nice people.
Yeah, we played at 2 different locations. We played at Santa Barbara Municipal Tennis and Pickleball Courts, and they 16 courts?
I thought it was 12.
12 courts.
And they're permanent nets.
Permanent net. $5 a day per person. And they also sell annual passes, so I'm sure the locals here probably go with the annual pass. I don't know what the cost of that is, but it was, as expected, very welcoming people. We met at the Santa Barbara Municipal Courts. We met Sandra, and she kind of took us under her wing and got us set up. How the challenge bench works, you sit down on it, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, she says you observe the players to see what level they are playing, and if you feel comfortable playing at that with that group, then you sit down on that bench.
And then we met Charles, that has recently got a Joola
Hyperion.
Hyperion Ben John's paddle, and so he's only been playing for a few months, but he's got a good game already. And then we met Larry, an older gentleman, at least older than us, and he's only got one eye.
No, he can only see out of one eye.
Yeah, he can only see out of one eye, and he compensates for that on how he positions himself in the court. Former tennis player, but it just shows you the passion level of people. He's got a big old knee brace and everything. Not highly mobile, but he can move, and so he was a pleasure to talk to and play with. So that was a lot of fun. And then some like level 5+ players showed up. Lori invited this woman to play with us, and I could tell right away when the woman was warming up that we were going to get smoked. But I think it's about playing with people that are better than you, because I think that's how you learn. Mm-hmm. And and we also ran into a guy, I don't remember his name, and he's running the Major League Pickleball, like minor league here for Southern California. I guess they get together and have like Major League Pickleball play. So that was kind of cool. He had a very good game as well, as you would expect. So definitely all different levels there, and you can find a court generally that will fit the level that you play at. Mm-hmm. Then we went over to Kellogg Park. I think it was Sandra that mentioned that to us, or and so
Charles.
Oh, Charles mentioned. We left the Santa Barbara Municipal Tennis and Pickleball courts and went over to Kellogg Park, and they have 4 very nice pickleball courts. They also have a couple of tennis courts there.
I think they were almost brand new. They looked brand new.
Yeah, they were in really good shape. So, and 2 of the 4 pickleball courts are challenger courts. So, and we played with a mother-son pairing. Kelly was the mom, and Daniel was the son, and they were good. We were competitive with them, so that was really good. And so that was a lot of fun. And they saw us kind of hitting the ball back and forth, drilling a little bit, and they said, "Hey, would you like to play?" And we said, "Sure." So that was a lot of fun. So very friendly, as should be expected, I think, within the pickleball community.
Well, in this area, there's several other parks that have pickleball courts, but you have to bring your own nets. And, we don't have a net or travel with the net, so I was kind of surprised that, I guess, the cost of building a permanent net or having nets available is costly, so.
Didn't you say you found a website, though?
Oh, yeah. So I found a website called Pickleheads, and you can enter your location, and it will provide the pickleball courts in your area. It's really nice, easy to use website, and you can click on the names of the different courts, and it tells you what features are available, whether they have permanent nets or whether you have to bring your own, the cost, which days have open play or whether they're reserved. So it's a really nice site. And I also found out that Pickleheads is partially funded by Kevin Durant. So he was
one of the investors.
Yeah, thinking ahead.
I'd like to see
future.
I'd like to see Kevin Durant play pickleball. He's definitely got reach.
Yeah,
he could probably cover 90% of the court from the kitchen
without
line.
moving.
Yeah. So, did you want to mention your paddle, or did you want to wait?
I was going to wait till the end when we did our recap of the day.
Oh.
Or are we there at the recap?
No, we haven't gone into what we thought about last week. So you want to go into that? So.
Well, we could do our video of the week.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead with yours.
Okay. So my video of the week still is the split step. I haven't quite incorporated it, but also I found that there are several videos, and I really like Jason Brione's uh, video on doing the split step, how to practice um, having that movement incorporated in your game. But I notice myself when I'm receiving a fast serve, if I just do a little hop and keep my uh, feet light and not planted when I'm receiving the serve, I'm really able to at least get a paddle on some of the serves that might be pulling me wide on either side. So I know if I could incorporate the split step, my game would improve.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you some kudos on that. You've been really working, Lori's been working on her mobility, and if you take a look at a video we put up of our last drill session this past Saturday, you can see a change in Lori where she's getting a good solid stance and good balance and everything. So you've really been working on it, and I think that's going to pay off in the long run. So my perspective of last week is that I drilled more than I played, and I'm happy about that, partially because I decided to rebuild my serve because I thought it was questionably illegal. And the more I think about it, it's probably illegal. So I said, okay, now is a good time. So I drilled 3 days just hitting 150, 140 balls on the serve, trying to get my form, my motion, and long story short, on Friday of last week, I went out and played rec, and I got 100% of my serves in. Now, some of those serves were a little bit short. They didn't have much pace on it, but at least I was getting them into the box, and so that was a good start for me. I got a lot more work on my serve, but primarily for me, it was that I wound up drilling more than playing, and I think that's what I want to do in the future. And also then our Saturday morning drill session where I mentioned a video, you can take a look at it, I thought was really good. I think it was, just automatically saw the improvement both on my part and your part. And, this is what we're kind of expecting as we go forward and we drill. And our next lesson is going to be this coming Monday, I guess, but I'll get into that in looking forward section.
Yeah, so well, I just got this Scorpius paddle, and it's the Anna Bright 14 millimeters, so it has a little bit more power and pop off the ball. But I'm having a little bit of trouble consistently hitting the sweet spot. The paddle head is a little bit smaller. The
Then
handle
your Paddle Tech
than the
Way
Paddle
Pro.
Tech or any paddle
Yeah.
that I've used before, and the handle is longer, but it's made primarily for people who use a two-handed backhand, I think. I've saw in a review that they thought the smaller paddle head would be faster to move through the air. I have time, haven't quite discovered that, but since I haven't been hitting the sweet spot, I really wanted to practice my serve. I noticed that mostly when I was hitting my serve, when I first started using it, I wasn't hitting the sweet spot. But I drilled the other day on serves, and I had our basket holds or our ball machine hits about 72 balls. And I was really pleased that I was getting more height on my serve. And I started to use targets so I consistently can hit a certain area of the box. And I hit almost all of them in where I wanted to direct the ball. So I was really pleased with that.
So really, it's not a mechanics issue because it looks like your form and everything, is great.
I don't know if it's timing or I don't know, but at least I was able to use this paddle and serve, I'd say, really well with, and
Yeah.
with my ground strokes, I'm having a little trouble hitting it the way I want to, and so I think when you miss hit with this paddle, it's a lot more. You get a lot more vibration if you hit off center. But it's really great for resets and blocks.
And that was a primary focus of our last Saturday's drill session. Was block volleys,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was a good session.
So in my lesson, Marsha, our teacher, pointed out that my forehand volley was, I was flipping my wrist and not hitting in front of the ball. And so I just drilled on that with a ball machine, and I was really pleased with the results. I think I'm getting a lot better, a lot more consistent. I didn't really hit any out balls. Maybe some a little bit shorter, but yeah, the mechanics of my shot has really improved.
And that's what we were hoping for. We want to combine our coach Marcia on showing us proper technique with the ball machine, where then we drill to try and reinforce what Marcia told us as far as technique, and not have a long delay between the time we get the lesson on the technique and when we're trying to execute that technique. So so far, I think this is going to be a good pairing of resources.
Yeah, we're so lucky to be able to purchase that ball machine. I'm so happy that we got it. And the Slinger ball machine is one of the more affordable. It may not have all the features of being able to deliver two balls at varying speeds or different directions, but it does fill our needs right now. And I think, if we wanted to drill with multiple shots, we're just going to have to do it ourselves.
Well, no, there's some, yeah.
Well, some of the ball machines do one ball as a ground stroke deeper,
Yeah,
and then the
but
next
that's
one shallower. But this one doesn't have that feature. But I think that
So
we really don't need it at this level.
let's level set, because this ball machine, and we're not sponsored or anything by Slinger Bag. We talk about it because it's really adding value to us.
Right.
But it's on par with a tutor. There's a new software phone app,
Programmable.
that's over $2,000, $2,400 that can do 6 different ball variations for you. But at this current skill level we're at, this ball machine by Slinger, its price point is fantastic compared to Tudor, which has been the traditional pickleball launcher for many years. So,
Yeah. And this does have a side spin and top spin, so I think it's going to really be helpful as we go
and we
forward.
haven't cranked it up to full speed yet or anything. So,
Yeah.
and it does oscillate. So, if you wanted to move around or have more than one person, so yeah. All right. So, anything else noticeable in last week that you want to mention?
No, I think we covered most of that, but we're looking forward to what's next with our teacher, which we're having another class on Monday.
That's right. And we're down here for another day, so we'll play pickleball tomorrow again, and then we'll head home on Thursday, and then we'll start drilling over the weekend again. So I think that's kind of the path forward to our next lesson with Marcia.
Yeah.
And then we'll kind of go from there. But
so I think we'll check out the area, have lunch somewhere, and maybe look at the Picklehead app and see where some other courts might be.
Right, for maybe exploring tomorrow, because Lori wants to go see Mission Impossible today, so we're going to do that in the afternoon. 3:55 showing, so
reserve seats.
Reserve seats. All right, so we've kind of covered everything. The videos. Did we cover the video?
Yeah, we did. Oh, I covered mine.
Okay, so my video recommendation, again, I'm a Tyson McGuffin fan, having gone to one of his camps. and it's on. It's geared towards players that are 2.5 to 3.0, and it's on roll volleys. So I'm going to be practicing that next week as part of the drill sessions. Going to ask Marcia for some thoughts on that, on the technique. And I recall them showing that shot in the camp that we went to down in Newport Beach, I think in January or whenever that was. So that's going to kind of be my focus. Continuing to work on the serve and continuing to work on blocks and drop shots. So that's kind of where I'm headed. All right, so you wanted to wrap things up with something, or did we already wrap it up with your...
I think I wrapped it up.
Okay. All right, well, again, if you've got this far in the video, we thank you. If you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, what do we say?
Like, share, and subscribe.
Okay, other than that...
See you on the court.
See you on the court.